Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that looks at the Northeast in all its dimension and brings you the changing mood and tenor of the region in all its colors. I'm your host Rini Datta, and the highlights of today's program are: Centre extends ceasefire agreement with Naga outfit. President Pranab Mukherjee urged youth of Manipur to work for development. Tripura seeks access to Bangladesh port for transporting essential commodities. And youngsters in Manipur imparted training in Thang-Ta and folk dances. The government is optimistic about bringing peace and development in the Northeast. Recently, a team from the Union Home Ministry visited Nagaland to extend a ceasefire agreement with the GPRN NSCN Khole Ketovi group. We have a report.
The centre has extended the ceasefire agreement for a year between the GPRN NSCN Khole Ketovi group following a meeting between the representatives of the two sides at Chumukedima in Nagaland. The Government of India was represented by the Joint Secretary Northeast Shambhu Singh, while C. Singson, Supervisor of Ceasefire Supervisory Board, signed on behalf of the GPRN NSCN.
Meeting was basically to extend the ceasefire and to look at what has happened during the past year, whether serious mistakes have been made, what corrective measures can be taken. And years of goodwill cannot be frittered away just like that. So, Government of India consciously decided that it will extend the ceasefire by another year.
The convener of the Naga groups, Singson, expressed his satisfaction with the meeting. While both the NSCN-K and NSCN-KK are under ceasefire agreement, formal talks with these groups will start only after negotiations are completed with the NSCN-IM.
The government of India has made their point very clear to us that they are satisfied with the present ceasefire here in the state of Nagaland. And there are some other issues that we have discussed, and I think both sides were satisfied. For that, we have signed, agreed to extend the ceasefire for another period of 1 year.
In order to bring an end to violence and restore stability in the Northeast, the centre has consistently been trying to bring militant outfits to the negotiating table. Several groups are currently under the peace pact with the state and central governments.
President Pranab Mukherjee was in Manipur recently to attend the convocation ceremony of the Manipur University amidst a boycott call by several militant outfits. Addressing the function, the president said that youth can contribute to development which is possible in violence-free atmosphere. We have a report.
President Pranab Mukherjee was accorded a warm welcome on his arrival in Imphal on April 29. After he was received by Manipur Governor V.K. Duggal, the security forces gave a guard of honor to the president. President Mukherjee later inaugurated the 14th convocation of the Manipur University. Besides handing over degrees and medals to students, the president also conferred the honorary Doctor of Law and Doctor of Literature, respectively, to former Chief Minister Rishang Keshing and eminent musicologist Laishram Birendra Kumar. He later inaugurated an innovative exhibition at the university. Addressing the crowd, the president called upon the youth of the state to reject violence and work towards the development of the country.
It is important that all people, especially the youth of this state, recognize that economy and society can flourish only in an atmosphere of free from violence. No problem is ever resolved by violence Violence only aggravates the pain and agony and the hurt on every side. I call upon the youth of Manipur to join hands with the youth of the rest of the world in forging the future of our nation.
The Coordination Committee of 7 insurgent groups of the state boycotted the president's visit by calling a 12-hour strike. Although the strike hit normal life, the people of the state have rejected militancy, which has hampered the development of the region.
President come to Manipur is very happy and a very lucky state in my concern. We appeal this ban is not necessary for our state. In my concern, that because of Prime Minister or President is the head of our country, that our feedback element to want to appeal to the Prime Minister or President.
Manipur has suffered due to prolonged insurgency. The youth of the state are opposed to insurgency and want development and employment opportunities.
Bangladesh shares a long border with India, especially with the northeastern states. The Tripura government has been seeking access to the Ashiguns port in Bangladesh to transport essential commodities following the suspension of railway services to the state due to construction work. A report.
Owing to its landlocked nature and hilly terrain, the northeastern region often faces problems in the supply of food and other essential commodities. The government has been trying to coordinate with Bangladesh, which shares a long boundary with Tripura, to make use of its territory for the conveyance of goods to Tripura as well as other northeastern states. The Tripura government recently approached the Union Ministry of External Affairs to request the Bangladesh government to provide access to its Ashiguns port in order to transport essential commodities, especially food grains, to the state. This move was initiated after the railways announced suspension of train services to Agartala because of gauge conversion work. The disruption in railway connectivity for 6 months will put immense pressure on the NH44 connecting Assam and Agartala, making movement of essential goods difficult.
We are taking steps to build up a buffer stock so that during this 6 months there is no shortage of essential commodities. But still there will be some gaps. So that gaps can be filled up by if things come to food grains and other essential commodities, if they can come through Bangladesh. So Ashiguns will be of a great help.
Last year, the Bangladesh government had agreed to allow the transit of 10,000 tons of food grains for Tripura via its territory. While the people of the region are going to be benefited by a better supply of food and essential goods, this move will also cut down on the transportation cost as the distance gets reduced. Tripura has also been demanding for access to the Chittagong seaport and a direct bus service from Agartala to Kolkata.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. With an objective to provide career guidance to students in Manipur, a 2-day mega education fest and career counseling program was recently organized at the DM College of Arts by the Manipuri Muslim Online Forum. Enthusiastic students from various schools attended the program and listened to the lectures of the resource persons. 8 different stalls were opened to highlight different curriculums. Guidance to job placement inside India and abroad was also highlighted.
I have come to attend this big, grand, mega education fair, and I gain a lot from these functions, and the organizing committee have extremely done well, and through interacting of the resource person and many others counseling centers, I gain a lot, and I know many kind of career prospects that I have not ever known before.
The Nokia X Yaoshang Rock Concert 2014 was recently held at the Thao ground in Thangmai Ban to promote love, peace and harmony among the people. This is the third edition of this annual event, which is one of the most prestigious and popular rock concerts in the Northeast. Performers like Tarzan, solo artist Sammy, and a high school band Perverts were a major attraction. A 3-member alternative rock band from Bangalore, Grief Card, and another rock band, Think Floyd from Delhi, also performed at the event. At least one woman died and around 1,450 houses were damaged by a cyclone accompanied by hailstorms that hit Tripura on April 29th. The worst affected areas are Mandwai, Injirania subdivision of West Tripura district and Ambaza subdivision of Dhalai district. In Mandwai block, in an area consisting of 5 villages, around 200 houses have been destroyed. In Ambasa, at least 50 electric posts were uprooted and many trees uprooted. The area is without electricity and water. Thousands of homeless people have been accommodated in different camps. Sports events bring people together on a common platform and unite them. Assam is currently hosting the 20th Senior Women's National Football Championship, in which players from across the country are taking part. We take a look. The game of football is extremely popular in the Northeast. The ongoing 20th Senior Women's National Football Championship in Assam is witnessing a large turnout of people keen to watch the games. The national sporting event, being organized for the first time by the Dibrugarh and Golaghat District Sports Associations, was inaugurated recently at the Dibrugarh Outdoor Stadium. A total of 22 teams from 21 states and the railways have been divided into 4 groups. The matches will be played at Golaghat, Dergaon, Chabua and Dibrugarh.
We are very happy that this time 28th Senior National Football Championship we are organizing in the 3 venues, that is Dibrugarh, Golaghat and Bokaghat, and today I am confident with this tournament we will be able to make football more popularized in this part of the country.
The championship commenced with the inaugural match between West Bengal and Delhi. Delhi won the match by 1-0. Another match was held in Chabua between Bihar and Tripura, which was won by Bihar 2-1. The final match is scheduled to be held at the Dibrugarh Outdoor Stadium on 13th May. The teams from the other states were happy to have got a chance to come to Assam.
The tournament how far is pretty good. Everything regarding ground, stay and the organizing. Today's match was basically a tough one for us because they are exactly the same caliber as we are.
Such national sporting events provide a platform to the local players to showcase their talent and help in promoting national integration by bringing together players from different parts of the country. The growth of small business ventures in the Northeast is a boon for rural women. Next, we take you to Tripura, where a paper production unit is empowering women by making them financially independent.
This paper production unit at Aralia near Agartala city has provided jobs to many unemployed women. It was started in 2009 by Tanoi Saha, a microbiology degree holder from Bangalore who decided to become self-reliant after failing to get a job. He took a loan under the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program from Khadi and Village Industries Commission and started the business by getting automatic machines from Punjab. Tanoi started a training program for local women, mostly housewives, to meet the staff requirement.
मैं पंजाब गया तो पापड़ का फैक्ट्री मुझे दिखाई दिया, तो उसके बाद मैंने छानबीन करके फिर मशीन का पता किया। उसके बाद 3 साल पहले मैंने उसको मशीन लाया और काम शुरू किया।
এখানে তো ফ্যাক্টরিটাও আমাদের খুবই ভালো হচ্ছে। আমরা বাড়ির কাজ ঘরের কাজ সেরে সেখানে কাজ করতে পারি, সংসারের উন্নতি হচ্ছে, ছেলেদেরকে পড়াশোনা করাতে পারছি, সেজন্য আমাদের খুব ভালো হয়েছে। ফ্যাক্টরিটাও অনেক লোক অনেক এখানে কাজ করছে, সবাই তো দূরে যায় কাজ করার মতো সম্ভব না, আমরা বাড়ির আশে আছে।
The unit currently employs over 20 women and about 6 men. It produces various types of papads and plans to start a chips production unit soon. Its products are presently sold within Tripura, but there are plans to market them in Assam, Mizoram and neighbouring Bangladesh.
ফ্যাক্টরিতে অনেক মহিলারা এনো কাজের সুবিধা হয়েছে, হয়তো আমরা ছেলে মেয়েদের পড়াশোনা করাতে পারতেছি, সংসার চালাইয়া সংসারের উন্নতি হয়েছে।
Such small business ventures play an important role in making the local women self-reliant by providing them an opportunity to become financially independent.
Manipur has a rich heritage of art forms. To promote and preserve them, a Thang-Ta and folk dance training program, which also aimed to equip young girls with self-defense techniques, was recently organized in the state. Take a look.
These young girls are getting training in Thang-Ta and Manipuri folk dances at Roving Bitra in Imphal East District. The 1-month-long workshop cum training program was organized by the Performing Organization of Arts and Culture, Manipur, under the aegis of Sangeet Natak Academy, New Delhi, with Guru Thaba as the project director. During the course of the training program, special emphasis was given on teaching the girl trainees how to use the traditional martial art forms for self-defense. A total of 30 girls as well as 8 boys were a part of the program.
ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯅꯤꯁꯥ ꯆꯥꯕꯗ, ꯂꯝꯆꯠ ꯁꯥꯖꯠ, ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯕꯦꯕꯥꯔ, ꯊꯛꯁꯤ ꯈꯥꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯎꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯈꯔꯗꯪ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯂꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯇꯝꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃꯒꯗꯤ ꯇꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯀꯗꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯈꯤꯇꯪꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤ ꯀꯣꯛꯁꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯕꯅꯤ꯫
ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯊꯕꯥꯒꯤꯗ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯎꯖꯔꯦ, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯍꯩ ꯇꯝꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯛꯁꯣꯞꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁ ꯂꯩꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯈꯟꯅ ꯌꯥꯎꯖꯕꯅꯤ꯫
In the past few years, Guru Thaba has regularly been training youth and promoting Thang-Ta and folk dances. She also runs an academy, the Performing Organization of Arts and Culture, to groom young artists in these traditional art forms. Thang-Ta is the most popular Meitei martial arts in Manipur, which traditionally makes use of sword and spears. It has been gaining popularity outside the state as well. These physical exercises help in improving reflexes and concentration.
ꯊꯥꯏꯅꯒꯤ ꯏꯄꯥ ꯏꯄꯨꯅ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯛꯄ ꯀꯜꯆꯔꯒꯤ ꯐꯣꯛ ꯗꯥꯟꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯍꯩꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ, ꯗꯤꯁꯤꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯟ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯍꯩꯅꯤꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ.
Such programs help in popularizing and preserving the state's rich traditions and culture.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. I'm your host Rini, signing off. Do send in your feedback and suggestions to roving@anim.com. Goodbye and see you next week.